heart, kids. Gather around the fire. It is it's story time. So once upon a time, the EU scene is a very desolate land. The hero Shushay after season 1 left Fnatic, and after the massive victory at the Hacking of Dreams, all that remains were a bunch of teams that were pretty much fodders to the fucking day lives of TSM across the isle in the land of NAs. So one day, in the cold white north of EU, comes a man. A desperate man with a pretty hot wife and a kid, and he has everything to lose because he needs a job and he needs to pay for his family. And he and his sworn brothers, they barely speak English, but they decided to take this opportunity to rebuild the EU scene by dominating them in the League of Legends. And hailing from the great motherland of Russia, with their backs against the wall, they arrive with only one goal, and that's to win. And if they don't win, they're just going to die trying. And they did. These 5 gentlemen from Moscow quickly established themselves as a top team to beat. Circuit after circuit, they would break up unconventional picks and systematically dismantle everything that stood in its way. After all, this was the Russian way, and they had no other option but to win. In EU, people were in despair. No one could stand up against the 5 guys from Russia. The 5 guys from Moscow. Where will the competitive diversity be? They all asked. All seemed lost, and people were readying themselves to bend over for the new Russian overlords. But then someone refused to stand idly by. This humble man from Denmark and his ragtag team of personalities stood up against the Russians. This team, countering all logic, began taking games off the 5 gentlemen from Moscow. But not to be outdone, the Russians came back even stronger. And so did the man from Denmark, and thus began a cycle of wins and defeats, a rivalry that spans season after season. And the desperate man from Russia, Alexich, versus the man from Denmark, Froggen. They became the 2 juggernauts of the West, changing the metagame landscape every time they faced each other. Seasons come and go, alliances change, gambits fail, and friends succumb to elements. But still, to this day, the 2 juggernauts that shaped the landscape originally are still locked in mortal combat. The 2 great men that shaped the West are fighting each other to avoid being relegated in NA. How the great has fallen. So if you paid attention to the competitive scene, you will know that Echo Fox, which is Froggen's team, is doing trash, and so is Alexich and RNG. So if you paid attention to season 2, it's kind of a pity to watch them, scraping the bottom of NA, and NA is not doing that well anyways. They're kind of like the losers of all 4 regions. So yeah, Clown Fiesta, boys. All right, Dan, take it away.
Well, maybe Immortals is gonna be the new hope for NA, so we'll see. But anyways, welcome to the All-In Fantasy LCS podcast, guys. As you guys can see, we have a new member here on this side, my right. Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody. My name is Tao, and I'm glad to be here with All.In. I've just recently...
Man, those sounds are so weird. It sounded so weird.
I think you need to get the soundboard on your computer so it doesn't echo like that.
It doesn't echo on my side.
Okay. Let her do the introduction.
I completely threw her off. Alright, so tell us about yourself a little bit, Tao.
Okay, so I've been playing League since 2010, so I'm pretty much a veteran. Came in around end of season 2-ish. So I don't know what the last champion was, but anyways, my main roles are supporting, AP mid, and ADC. My favorite LCS team, you could guess it, Fnatic.
Fnatic.
Yes, Fnatic. They're doing really good, so I'm actually super happy.
They're doing really good.
69. I also have a sweater from them. Just because of High. I'm a big fan of High. Be quiet, man. I'm a big fan of High, because I think he's the master shot caller. You guys can disagree, whatever, but that's what I think.
No, we did a whole episode on High shot calling.
Pardon me?
We did a whole episode on High shot calling. Like we're pretty on board
I'm assuming
with
you guys roasted him.
No,
yeah,
no.
I thought so.
He's the only reason
okay.
C9 is still around.
Okay, they say C9 equals high, so I guess that's pretty much says it all.
Basically.
Yeah, and my favorite pro player has to be high. I think he is.
If your favorite teams are Fnatic and Cloud9, is this like a really sad split for you?
Well, they're still winning. They're 5-3.
Yeah.
Fnatic is okay.
Exactly. C9 are not doing bad either. They're like second place right now. Just, they're gonna get probably getting stomped by Immortal next week, but we don't know yet. Miracles can happen. And my favorite champions are Sona, Leona, Janna. Like I said, I've been a supporter all of my league timelines, so therefore I play almost everything in support lane. If you want to see me play Veigar support, I can do that. I did Ori support, also was very successful, etc. Fun fact about myself, I started off as jungling and top actually. I can't even do those two roles anymore, but yeah, that's pretty much it about me. Thank you.
Who's our current starting support? You might as well just drop him, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Zisha.
He's
He's the AD carry.
I vote yes to that idea.
He's the wild turtle of the team, right? So he's gotta make that decision.
All right, okay. I'm benching Michael for week 5.
All right, so basically, yeah, that's Tao. Everyone welcome her. Yay! And
Thank you.
so I guess moving on, we'll do a little bit of recap in our Fantasy LCS League, All-In League results. And I guess since we have Tao new here, maybe you can announce some of the winners and losers of this past week, week 4.
Okay, I can do that for you. So for winners and losers, the most exciting match of the week is coming from behind, beating Team O-Sucks with a score of 299.25 to 280.83.
Get wrecked.
Sorry.
GBM
Oprah
didn't get 0
Winfrey.
points in that second game.
Winfrey!
Okay, we've got Oprah Winfrey earning his first win of the season against 1800 Face Check with 286.87, and he had a whooping 46-point lead. So that's pretty
Get
good.
wrecked, son. Get wrecked.
Hold on, let me say something about this. Okay, Randy is either a freaking genius in the way that he picked and dropped players for last week, or like he just got super lucky, but we were bashing his team so hard last episode, and look what he just did.
I didn't bash Randy because I knew he was gonna kick my ass. He does it in real life, and he does it in the league as well.
I was
like, that's why I never want to play against Randy in basketball.
I was thoroughly,
He goes up the weirdest
thoroughly
times.
impressed.
Okay, and we've got Stop Disappointing. Tally sent a free win against the Dirty Hobo, of course. Nothing short of expected.
Okay, wait. When you say stop disappointing, you can't just say stop disappointing. You have to say stop disappointing.
You have to do it really whiny.
Okay. Okay, I got the note. Okay, so for current standing, we've got coming from behind, Team All-Suck and Stop Disappointing. Tied in third place, 1800 Face Check stays in fourth. Was that okay? That was good?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Operi climbs to the 5th place with an impressive win, and Dirty Hobo in last.
Dirty Hobo.
Dirty Hobo's not gonna stay last all split, okay? Calling it
Hopefully
out.
I know.
Exact revenge.
Dirty Hobo's not gonna stay last.
We're about to get to that. So
you never
basically,
know.
so that's pretty much like what happened over the past week, and then I guess in preparation for week 5, a couple of teams did make some adds and drops here, and the first guy we'll talk about is Michael. He's not here with us today. He's celebrating the Lunar New Year, so I guess we give
killed him and
a...
fed him to the wolves and replaced him. He's a dirty feeder.
We replaced him with Naziak.
He's the king of throws, and like this is exactly a prime example of him throwing. So he ends up dropping Sneaky which is kind of interesting because Sneaky did really well this week, didn't he? And he
Yeah.
picks up Hjarnin instead. I'm pretty. I don't know about that. I had Hjarnin earlier, I think, and I dropped him. Everyone's picking up all my drops. You know, makes me feel good. And then he also dropped Spirit. Did Spirit even play? I think he played one game.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he picked up Shook instead. I don't even know who Shook is.
I think he's a jungler.
Yeah, he's a jungler.
It's a jungler
I
for
don't remember
unicorns.
how he did.
Nobody knows why he
Huh?
picked him up. What's the explanation?
He still is
Why Mike
amazing
picked
as
him
a
up,
starting
you know?
jungler though.
I think he got too salty over Spirit last week and just dropped him for like the next jungler in the list.
All right, so yeah, that's pretty much what Mikey did to try to prep for week 5. He's playing against me, so he has no chance in winning anyways. And Randy, what did you do for your team to prep for the next week? I think you got a free win. Don't
I
you?
dropped.
Oh yeah, he definitely dropped.
Alright.
Okay, so let's see. Let's move over to Max first then, and we'll wait for Randy's to come back.
Alright, basically, this is a TLDR. So I dropped Rush finally. Man, I gave him 4
Did
weeks.
Russ have a good week?
No, he did not. I gave Rush 4 weeks to do what he had to
Alright.
do, and he couldn't deliver.
That internet. I need some help with that internet too.
We need to start that
Yeah,
Patreon real
it was
bad.
funny because you just said you dropped, and then you literally dropped. So that was kind of funny.
Okay, yeah, I dropped Rush and I picked up Matt and Matt from TL because Miffy has been very underwhelming. So I think I dropped Miffy too. Let's see who I picked up.
I think Tao got dropped too. Tao, are you still there?
Oh,
Like a blurred.
we're getting
image.
DDoSed.
Kenny DDoS. Oh, there she
Rock
is.
in place.
Okay.
All right, we back. We back, boys. All right, yeah, I dropped Rush for Matt. So yeah, because
Yeah, my first
and
little.
I'm starting Matt over Miffy because Miffy's very underwhelming as well. I mean, I trusted Origin, but then I trusted Rush and I trusted Origin, but they are failing to deliver, and I'm pretty sad about it. But okay, yeah, whatever. Randy, take it away. I'm just gonna cry.
All right, back to Randy.
Wait, what am I talking about?
Your
my
anthem
drops.
Yeah.
Oh, I dropped Shifter because Dignitas is absolute garbage, and I picked up Fox. Unicorns of Love are doing well. I
Yeah,
dropped
Fox is doing
Travel
pretty well.
Shard. I don't know. I'm not huge on Vitality, but I think G2 is a better team, so I got Kikis instead. And then I dropped Naziak because I was only going to play him for that 1 week. He had an easy week because I had no faith in him.
Noxiac got like booted from the team today.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Literally,
Yeah, so that was a
just
good move.
That's a good move.
Noxiac got kicked.
So
That's a
that's a
pretty
good
good move.
move on Randy.
You know what
So
my
I-
favorite part about it is that he posted, "Oh, the team is finally getting better" or something like that, like a couple
yeah.
days ago.
So sad. So he was posting all these good things. He's like, yeah, we're finally getting better. And he did like a great interview talking about how he's gonna face SKT. Nope, goodbye.
That interview got posted to Reddit after the kick news got posted to Reddit.
Oh my god.
I'm not
so
that
bad.
behind, but did he ever get to play with SKT? I think he did, right?
Did they face SKT in IEM or something? No, it was still
Yeah.
Yellow Star back then, was it?
I think he might
Didn't
have
they like
like
not
once.
do that? Oh, maybe.
Mhm.
But it's okay.
So,
Noxiac is gone.
So I picked up Conquan instead. I don't know. He's
I
rated
don't- I'm
high.
not-
I don't know if he's any good.
No,
good
I
pick, like-
I kind of, I mean, dropping Naziak is good, but I don't think picking up Conquan is gonna do any better. I mean, his Janna game was pretty cringe.
Yeah.
We
So
all,
I
we
don't
all
know.
know. We all know
I don't know, he's
Conquan's
pretty
only on the team because he speaks Korean.
Okay, in
Yeah.
Randy's defense, the only other person he could pick back up is Rafabu.
Yeah,
It's true.
because you
Are
took
Are you
two
gonna pick,
supports. I don't know
pick up
why.
Rafabu again?
Why did you take 2
Good
supports
defense.
on Hambre?
Honestly,
Well, Hai is there.
honestly,
Hai is
Max,
there.
I think you screwed a lot of like Randy's strategies. Because he was going for like the pickup based on matchups every week, I think, and you just like totally GG'd him.
Okay, I'm telling you now, Hai is still there. High's still up for grabs.
I'm tempted. I might actually grab high. I'm tempted.
Take high. Better than Conquan right now.
But he's facing Immortals next week. He's gonna get stomped to the ground.
Who knows? Like I said, things might happen. I have my money on
C9's
C9.
gonna.
You have your money on
C9's
C9?
gonna pull
Better
out the
pay up
win
right
against
now.
Immortals.
Adrian.
C9 does have a high.
He's
Then.
expected to
Let's
score
see.
21 points.
Adrian
He's
is,
expected to score 21 points. That's nothing.
Adrian is
He's
the
expected
god
to die 6
support right
times.
Okay, strength of schedule. Energy is facing CLG and Fox. So yeah, maybe keep Conquan for 1 week, but then like, High's always there.
now. Anyways,
That was my strategy.
So-
Go for a week.
with all these ads and drops to the Dirty Hobo, Max, can you explain what the purpose of this was for?
Okay, so we're gonna play a new mini game, which is called How Close Can You Come to Losing to the Hobo Without Actually Losing to the Hobo? So
Nice name.
yeah, the goal of the game is to see how close you can come to losing to the hobo without losing to the hobo. So
I
yeah,
love how
so
it's, it's the week I faced the hobo for the first time that you do this game.
yeah, so I think I'm gonna tell the dirty hobos to like, make as good of a team as possible. It's still not gonna be it's still not gonna win any games. But now the trick is like now the catch is it's probably gonna score like 100 or like 150 points. So now the question is how close can you come to losing without actually losing?
You know what?
And if you
one of
lose,
these weeks, Power of Evil's gonna get like 80 points on his own and just completely shit stomp whoever's facing him.
Remember, I have like a bunch of people from G2 as well. I have G2 the team. I mean, the Dirty Hobo has G2 the team. So this is gonna be interesting. So later, I'm gonna like shuffle the teams around and see like how good I can make the Dirty Hobo.
All right, and then
So, yeah. It'll be
Get the
interesting.
hobo to trade me a support. Get the hobo to trade me a support.
No, that's colluding. You can't do that.
Hey,
You're colluding with the hobo. What are you talking about?
Randy,
I'm not colluding.
who's your
I'm not
top
trading the
laners?
hobo. I'm picking up whoever the hobo wants
Yeah,
to pick up.
you can drop and pick up from the hobo whenever you want.
But I didn't do that. Yo,
could.
I'm a fair person. Commissioner is gonna banish me if I'm cheating. Trust, it's a fair game. The hobo is not going to win any games. It's just a question of how hard can you lose to the hobo.
Much
So-
doubt. Much doubt.
So the commissioner, we have Zisha. What did you do for your team to prep for week 5?
I don't have as nice of a prop as Max, but fuck sOAZ.
You guys were all on the G2. I mean, on the bandwagon Origin.
Dude, if I had anybody else on Origin, I would have kept him. This is sOAZ. Everyone else goes like off the rails. You know how well Niels has been doing? He's been like wrecking shit, and sOAZ is like 0-2-3. Need to win. Yeah.
I think
I feel like if I had a baguette on me in person right now, I would basically be Thorin.
you,
But
you-
yeah,
Well,
fuck
last week Amazing got 17 points and Sven got like
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
How's that better?
Wait.
The whole team got shot on.
Niels got points, didn't he?
He had
Niels got
26.
like 20 something. But
Yeah,
like the week
shit.
before that, every week that they've been winning, because last week Origin went against G2, so that was like them getting shit on.
Yeah. I just don't
But
think OG
usually
is that
it's
good of a
like-
team.
I don't know. I think on average they're better than sOAZ.
Okay, sure. I'll give you that.
Dude,
Origin has been
sOAZ
very
is a-
disappointing. Let's
sOAZ has
not kid
been
ourselves.
averaging 12 points a game. 12.
you
Okay.
could have
There are like
potentially beaten
3
it.
free tops that have been averaging better, so I dropped him for Lorlo.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
So for myself, I didn't do any ads and drops this week. I think my team has become a pretty solid team that doesn't really need any changes anymore.
Dan just wants to roll through the rest of the season with his like
Yeah.
G2 lineup.
My Unicorns of Love team is the new Immortals in our league. So basically that leads us to the players that did really well and the players that did really bad, our booms and busts. And for myself, I have to give it to Bjergsen for being like the second highest point scoring person on our team. And I mean for the week. Hold on, let me get it back. There we go. Alright, so
Dang.
Yeah, Bergson had a super, super good week, even though his week 3 was very disappointing. He scored really low. And this week he got 57.93 points, which is the second highest in week 4. So I'm pretty damn happy about that. UOL also did really good, scored 41 points as a team. So that was pretty solid. And then from UOL, he also had a really good week. Is the first good week since week 1. So yeah, pretty solid. I'm very happy about that because I've been hating on him ever since the first week. So it's nice to see him pull through.
Dude, I went against you this week, and it was like by the end of EU LCS, I was like 60, 80 points behind because of fucking Vizichachi or whatever. Let's see, week 4. Yeah.
I did the same thing to Max. I went with all EU players.
I was like 60 points behind because sOAZ scored 20.
It's okay. Max knows that salt. He knows that salt. I think Max was down to like 100 at one point because all my teams were in the EU.
Yeah. Dude, I only had one extra NA player than Dan, and he was like so far ahead of me. I'm like, this is impossible. And then Double scores 64 points. Nah. I could have won if GBM scored any points in that second game.
True.
But yeah. Immortals was good. H2K was good.
What about Max? What are the booms and busts on your team?
This was actually my highest point scoring week for in 5 weeks.
I think for everyone,
I got
actually. Like everyone did.
Yeah,
really
because
good.
yeah, I got 240 points. Spanskaren did pretty good, even though it's Spanskaren. Got like 44 points.
TSM
And it's mostly due to the Clown Fiesta, which is like the Echo Fox TSM game where it was just like a bloodbath. It was crazy, yeah.
I took a nap, I woke up, came back, and there were like 30 kills or something, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah. So really good compared to Rush. He probably averaged more points than Rush in like one game than yeah, so it's Spanskaren. I think I'm gonna keep it on for a little bit. And I do believe TSM is gonna turn things around. I still believe. Maybe not Yellowstar, but I think as a team they're gonna do better.
But Yellowstar had a really good
on my
game
bench.
at the end.
Yeah.
And what about
I wouldn't call that a good game.
I think All.Tech did okay. I mean, Energy didn't do that well, but he got like 29 points in like the pub stomp. So, I mean, he ain't no steal back with 50 points, but
they tried to run that what's
Zillion
it called? The Zillion thing again, and it just didn't work at all. That was like they only scored for one game, really. All.Tech got like all the kills in game 2.
yeah. So Miffy with another 14 points. I think it's time for me to drop Miffy, and I dropped him for Matt. So yeah, everyone on Origin has been like, other than Power Vivo, has been very, very underwhelming. So yeah, guys, I'm hopping off the Origin wagon.
Yeah, I hopped off week 1.
So what did you do? Well, who made the big plays for you, Randy, in order for you to beat Max this week?
Nazia, he went from averaging almost like 9 points a game to 20. He scored almost 40 points this week.
And then got kicked.
And he got kicked off the team, so he's done his full purpose for me. I'm done with it. Steal back was good with 50 points.
I lost every single category to Randy, except for like ADC in the team.
Yeah.
And I only beat him by like 10 points combined in ADC and team. And then Randy like decimated me like at least 10 points in each other category. I lost by like 46 points. It's terrible.
I got 50 points from steal back. My selfie pick worked out. I was betting on Ryu not playing, and he didn't play this week.
I've been telling you
I got
guys.
another like 40-something points from selfie.
I've been telling you guys to believe in steal back for the longest time. It's about damn time somebody picked them up.
And then Reckles had an easy week, and he still got destroyed. He had an easy week on Fnatic. His support outscored him. He only got like 30 points.
Yeah, but you know what? His support's getting benched.
Well, we'll see.
So then Michael's team, he played against the Dirty Hobo, and the guys that did really well on his team was Oda Amne. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Odawame.
Odawame?
Odawame.
Odawamne. Odawamne.
I
Stupid.
tried to trade him sOAZ for Odo.
He
But
did
he
super
wouldn't do
good.
it.
Yeah, and Pobelta did really good, of course. Immortals, they're just wrecking kids.
Mm-hmm.
And TSM actually scored a lot of points because both of the games were like fairly drawn out, and they did a lot of objectives. Shitty wins. They're like really bad moral
Shitty wins, good for
but they were
fantasy.
wins.
I agree.
Yeah. And by the way, would you say that Mikey has a lookalike in the LCS, EU LCS, specifically on Team G2 Esports? He's a jungler.
Which guy?
Trick?
Yeah. Go pull up his picture.
look
It kind
at
of
this
looks like a
smartphone
Michael.
Holy
I
shit.
don't think so.
A little bit.
I think it looks so.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You know what, though? I don't want to punch his face as much as I
Holy
want
crap,
to
it does.
But yeah, anyways. So yeah,
I
that's...
wish Michael could play jungle as well
Right.
as Trick.
Right? So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the booms and busts of this week. And then looking forward, we have the matchups for this current week, week 5. Tao, you want to just announce those ones? Tao. Are you there?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we got Oprah Winfrey versus Dirty Hobo for next week. Team Osa and versus 1800 Face Check. That name is so hard to pronounce. And then we have Coming From Behind and Stop Disappointing. And that's
Yeah.
it for next week.
So for the matchups, I don't know. Zisha, do you have anything to say to Max or vice versa about your matchup at all?
Fuck. I hope CLG or not CLG. I hope TSM does well. Dude, I feel like I can lose to anyone just because Doublet will score like 20 points again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have Yellow Star, you have Double Lift, you have Lurlo. Okay,
Yeah, I don't have sOAZ now. That's like my one redeeming quality.
I wish it will be a fair game, and may the best player win, and we will be graceful and we'll be graceful, humble in victory and graceful in defeat.
You guys are so honorable.
Just wait till the salt comes out later.
Well, for me, I'm facing a Michael, so I have
No,
no.
there's no salt between me and Zisha. It's only sugar.
I'm
Yeah.
facing Michael, so I have no
Only
problem with
sweetness.
saying that I'm gonna
Dan,
pretty much
crush him!
steamroll his. I'm gonna steamroll him. I'm gonna go over to his place and take a shit on his chest and smear it all over him. Michael, you're going down. I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Crush that street, Dan.
Michael, your team is not gonna stop disappointing.
This team is actually not bad.
It is not bad. I'm a bit worried. If I
You
lose
said
to him,
that
I'm gonna feel
based
pretty
on
bad.
estimates, it's supposed to outscore you.
Yo, based on every single week's estimates, the other team was supposed to outscore me. But I'm getting
It's true.
these sleepers out of
Max's
nowhere.
team was supposed to outscore me too.
Yep.
You know,
Just give me a second. I'm
it's
getting
like
ready for the
week
Dirty
5.
Hobo's trash talk.
It's like week 5 and they're still estimating TSM players to get like 40 points.
Wait, Dirty Hobo has trash talk against Randy's team?
Yeah.
So Randy,
Just
what do you
salty from last week.
Randy, what do you have to say to Dirty Hobo?
Yo, Max, I beat you 2 weeks in a row.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
shots fired.
Yo, wait. Just give me a second. I'm putting in my.
Boom!
So jokes.
Okay.
So
Let's
Max
see.
Max is just like,
Hold up.
He's preparing crops.
Okay. Okay. I got my team. Let's see the estimated win total for the Dirty Hobo. It is 207 points versus 223. It's
That's
close
not bad.
now.
That's actually pretty close.
Okay, so for the Dirty Hobos team, we've got Gamzu in top lane, Moon in the jungle, Huhi mid lane, Emperor ADC, Hybrid support, Power of Evil mid, and then G2 Esports the team. 207 points.
The only person I'm really afraid of is Power of Evil.
I think
G2 has
the-
a tough week coming up.
Yeah. G2 has a
The
hard
Dirty
week.
Hobo is going to
Otherwise-
teabag you, and he's going to come this close to your face, and then he's going to lift. And then see how close you can get without actually touching the Dirty Hobo.
I
Don't worry,
think
bro.
these matchups this week are pretty cool. I think they're gonna be exciting matches. Cause
Nobody has an easy week this week.
exactly. It's a tough match for everyone, including Randy.
No, I don't get the free win against the Dirty Hobo. I have to fight the Dirty Hobo. You pick on the guy that went 0-3.
But yeah, that's basically the All-In Fantasy LCS week in review and the predictions for our league. So I guess tune in next week, and then you'll be able to see how we did in week 5, and then we'll get some more info for you for future matchups as well. So other than that, I guess we'll move on to the LCS week in review, and we're gonna talk about what happened last week, and then just give you some details on that.
Okay, guess in North America, we have... Crap, I'm coughing.
We're all dying here. Send us cough drops, guys.
And internet. We need internet and cough drops.
Yeah, we need internet cough drops. Okay, Immortals 2-0. Oh, it's every week's an easy week.
How surprising.
So I don't see Immortals losing anytime soon. But then C9's also doing really well, so maybe
Yeah.
C9 with Power of High.
With Power High. Believe
Power
in
of
him.
High. Yeah, so it's not even worth
Let's
talking
hope
about Immortals
Bunny
going
Fufu's not
2-0.
coming in.
Pardon?
I'm just hoping Bunny Fufu doesn't come in and screw up some more. I just want to
I
win from
think
him.
they're done with him.
I don't think
No,
they're done
he's
with
not.
him
He's
yet.
still
I think
playing.
they'll keep on trying to play him.
I was talking to
they're-
Zisha
Probably
about
easy
it.
games.
I was talking to Zisha about
You know,
it. and-
I'm thinking.
yeah.
I'm just thinking. Everybody on C9 will retire even before High does. Like at the end of it, everybody would be retired, and High would be the only one playing. Like
Yeah,
that's
High's that
reality.
like
I was-
100-year-old hermit.
I was talking to
Yeah.
Zisha about this after the game, and we were talking about how everyone is so bad at their roles in C9 that eventually High is gonna have to learn all the roles and then teach the new people. Because
That is
I mean
so
that's
true.
what he had to do.
That's
Like,
what
at
happened.
least with the jungler, he had the synergy with the mid, so he kind of knew what a jungler should do for the mid lane. And right now he's like
Yeah,
learning
he's
how to
all
play.
over the
And he used to
place,
play
right?
jungle.
Yeah, and now he's learning how to
Mhm.
play support so that he can teach Bunny Fufu how to play support. Isn't
Oh
that
my
kind of sad?
gosh. Yeah.
I'm waiting
And the
for
guy
the
really
day.
wants to retire.
This is High's personal
I'm waiting for
hell.
the day where professional League of Legends is going to be 6 computers. You have five people playing, and then you have one shot caller who can just like kind
That'd
of
be
ghost around the
interesting.
map. And then like High would
That's
excel in
stealth
that
Timo,
role.
right?
Yeah, it's like stealth team you can run around.
It's like StarCraft.
Mm.
So
So
it's,
just macro
it's like yeah,
5
it's like
champions.
one-sided spectator.
Just watch. The Koreans are gonna learn how to macro 5 champions.
Flash already
Oh,
has.
yeah.
All right, okay, continuing on. C9 goes 2-0. Okay, Renegades is kind of whatever. It's Renegades. But then Energy has been a tough team, but they pretty much stomped them pretty hard. So, yep. No one really knows how good C9 actually is because, you know, they look really terrible some weeks and they look really good other weeks. TSM goes to 2-0, but honestly, they had a really easy week. Oh, man, that game against... that game against Renegades was hilarious because it was a bloodbath. It was great for fantasy, but it was terrible for fans because it was just, oh, we should just take Barons and then throw and give them like 1,000,000 kills and then like double Baron throw, like double Dignitas, and then everyone's like so bloodthirsty. It was going after each other, and like we saw Draven, which was fantastic. Freeze looks really good. Hakuo looks okay, and Yeah. So Renegade looks like they're doing better. So because they technically have their full lineup now. Oh wait, no, they subbed RF. I don't think RF was Renegade's problems, but yeah. So we have a new top laner and we have a new support for Renegades. Yeah, they're gonna get relegated. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier in my monologue, it's Alex Ich, the Titan from Russia, versus Froggen fighting for relegation.
But Renegades actually did.
I woke.
Go ahead, Zisha.
I woke up for that. I like fell asleep because I didn't want to watch that game. I woke up and that game was still going on, so I turned on the stream, and the first thing I see was TSM lose the Baron, and then double up gets a Quadra. I'm just like, what is happening this game?
Do you know what happened before that? Renegades got the Baron and then Renegades screwed up, or like it was the other way around.
Yeah, Renegades had a pretty strong.
So TSM
early
literally
game.
mirrored the Baron, so that Renegades did like a little bit before. That game was like the most disastrous game ever.
It was weird. I was just sitting there, and like by the time Renegade got to TSM's like base, right, and I was just like, how did they end up losing? Like I just had to rewatch it. I was like, what?
Damn it.
Like it's crazy. But yeah, I guess TSM is moving up somehow.
I hope they continue to like do bloodbath like that. I don't care if they lose. If they do bloodbath and they like
It's
pick
great
up points,
for
I'm
fantasy.
okay.
If they keep
They
on doing
didn't care
bloodbaths,
anymore,
maybe
huh?
I'll put Yellow Star back on.
I don't mind.
Yeah. All right. Okay. NRG. 1-1. They look really good one game and they look terrible.
Well,
am I still there?
C9
Well,
with
yeah, you're still
Kai.
there. Well, the second game they didn't
Oh,
look
okay.
that bad. They started off good. It just they couldn't finish. So
They just weren't able to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
Rush actually did some things that game.
yeah.
It's okay.
Play Nunu
I'm
and
not
get more
gonna look
impact
back on
than he's
Rush.
ever had this.
Nothing you can do will make me look back on Rush. All right. Team Impulse 0-2. Okay. Well, I mean they are a bottom echelon team, so there's nothing much to say about it.
Bring back
And
Seraph.
I completely did not watch the. Okay, they got decimated by. Well, they didn't get destroyed by Immortals. Put up a good fight, but then it just got out of control. And then I didn't even watch the CLG versus Dignitas game. I was like so burnt out by the end of Sunday. I was like, whatever. But yeah, I think I said this last week, but I'm going to rehash it right now. CLG, even though they're not winning that much, they are a very good objective-taking team. So CLG, the team, is going to get you a lot of points. Remember, when you're playing fantasy, the bulk of your points for teams comes from towers. Therefore, if you're a good tower-taking team, you should take that team. And
We're talking about
towers
the
are
teams,
worth like
not the
one
players. Not the
yeah,
players.
the teams, like the CLG, the team. And, like, obviously, if you win more games, you get more points. But then CLG, even though they're not winning any games, they're taking a lot of towers, and they're very systematic in how they're taking them. So, yeah, it's nice if the CLG wins the games, but then if not, they're still pretty good in terms of, like, scoring you points every week. So, yeah, CLG. And for reference, the EU equivalent for CLG is Unicorns of Love. They're also very good at taking objectives around the map, even though
they also win.
Unicorns are doing really good, but they're scoring a tremendous amount of points as a team.
You will
So yeah, players that were huge. Everyone on TSM is huge because of that stupid game where everyone was like
Double
going on a killing spree.
64 points. Bjergsen got what, like 57 or something?
Yeah,
he's pretty
Double Lift got a
happy about
quadra up
Bjergsen.
Bjergsen just like he was playing Lulu as well. It was
I
weird.
made a good decision putting in both Bjergsen and Perks. I'm pretty happy.
Why would you not put in Bjergsen, honestly? I mean,
Well,
minus a one energy game. Bjergsen's always
I
gonna,
mean,
he
'cause it
always
was-
gonna
you know
do
what, the
It
last
was Bjergsen, Perks, or Stixay. And then I chose Perks and bench Stixay.
CLG had a hard week,
Okay, I guess.
didn't
Hmm?
they? CLG had a hard week, didn't they?
CLG had a pretty hard week. They faced Immortals and they faced Dignitas, so it was like a medium week.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I always like CLG. They always seem like they're like the stable team to me. But for some reason, like they just they're a lot more stronger teams than they are. But like they're pretty solid. I'd say so.
They-
Like
They're
I've been
stable in
watching
regular
them.
season.
I guess.
The
Yeah.
stable-
I'll give you that if it's a regular
Yeah.
season.
Stable only gets you to group
sure.
stage at Worlds.
Yeah, sadly. But they were, and you're completely right on the tower thing. Like they do what veterans do, Like if you can't beat them in terms of like strategies, the new metas, then just go and push the towers.
Hmm.
Yep. And I guess they don't have like double lift anymore, so they don't have to like.
Oh, Max's Walmart internet.
Rip,
Oh, we have a multiple drops.
rip,
No.
rip,
No.
rip.
We don't have a 3-man window.
Ah.
Let me add them back. There we go.
Guys, I'm gonna take this chance to say support our Patreon, please.
Help us get better internet.
In the ghettos of Toronto, we need internet.
I don't know. Well, I am in the ghetto part of Toronto. So.
Wait. OVO closed on Max completely.
Because
Oh.
they don't want a shitty internet contaminating their software.
Okay, so anyways,
Okay.
we'll carry on, and so who else had big games? We had Sneaky from C9.
Alright.
He had a pretty solid
Sneaky
game.
and Jensen did pretty well.
Yeah, they both did really well.
Mhm.
Jensen is really rounding out with his Oriana. It's about damn time.
I'm a fan of Jensen. He's I've been watching him ever since he started playing his Challenger League in EU, and I think he's just a baller. He just doesn't. Yeah, he makes
He
his
hasn't-
own kind of game. Like that's why he kind of stands out and he carries most of his teammates. Otherwise,
He hasn't done as well as I would have expected coming to C9 this split, but
Mhm.
that's kind of just because C9's been failing a lot.
Yeah, there's so much you can carry, right?
And I think Sneaky's doing pretty well. Like Sneaky's a pretty solid AD carry, so I think regardless of what support he has, he's gonna do decent. So getting that chemistry with High is pretty. Then we have let's see, everyone from Immortals. Everyone from Immortals did solid.
Every game.
Of course. You got the 2 European powerhouse in there. You got Team Impulse. We got so many players. Like, and Wild Turtle. Can't forget him.
And
This is probably his best split.
even Adrian
I
scored
say
like
this is his best season. Oh, yeah.
even
big
Adrian
time.
had like 40 points for the week. But yeah, Wild Turtle is definitely redeeming stuff. I've been saying all season long that this is Wild Turtle's year of redemption. So
Oh, yeah. He's
rep
doing
Toronto,
so well.
rep Toronto and shit on people. Welcome back.
Toronto ATC.
Yeah.
Yo, software closed on me. I'm so sad.
Then we
Just kick me
have
out.
Team Liquid. Dardoch had a pretty solid game. He did shit on his second game though, right? But his first game was crazy. And I was like, why did I keep him on my bench? But after that second game, I was
Well,
like,
he did
okay,
shit
fine.
the second game, but he was against Immortals the second game, so
Yeah.
I don't really blame him. Like, no, I told you, right? Dardoch, I think he's just gonna get better.
I think he is gonna keep getting better. You can see it. Every game he plays, he gets better and better. And you know what I really like though? Team Liquid. If you guys have guys that are on Team Liquid right now that are still in the like waiver wires, I think it's pretty safe for you to start picking people up now, because
Because
the
the
team
roster
looks
has mostly settled.
exactly. It looks like it's mostly settled. We have Matt in the support lane now. We haven't even seen Smoothie for a while, and then we also have what's his name in the top lane? Orlo. So it's pretty good.
You know, I'd still like check if every week if who's playing or whatever, if you can. But yeah, it seems like they've more or less settled.
All right,
Oh,
so
I
Max, players that bombed
Apologies, guys.
for the week.
I think everyone from CLG somehow scored very little points. I guess they did get manhandled by they did get manhandled by Immortals, but
Immortals.
then yeah, that's probably why. Let's see. Week 4 total 20, 23, 24, 22, 33 for Stixay, and then 20 for Smithy. So yeah. But I think CLG, we touched on this earlier today. They're a very good objective taking team, so no one's gonna score like tremendous amount of points. And Energy, after their complete domination of TSM, kind of pooped the bed. They didn't do so well this week, so yeah, Energy kind of was a little bit disappointing. But I feel like Energy is definitely a top team in NA, but they're not the top team. So they're always it's like I except for Immortals, I don't think I would count them out. Or I on a given week, whoever they're facing, I would feel good about them, but I'm not gonna bank on them to like completely win, or like they don't have my full confidence for winning the week. So yeah, that's Energy. It's like TSM and it's like Cloud9. You can expect them to win, but you're not gonna be surprised if they lose either.
Right.
So that's what makes Fantasy fun, because you have to guess.
All right, so moving on
Who else
to
bombed? No one else bombed. Okay, move on.
moving on to EU.
All right. G2 crushes Origin, goes 2-0. H2K has an easy week, goes 2-0. UOL beats Vitality, goes 2-0. So they're still like the top of EU, and everyone else is just trash.
Right.
Fnatic goes 2-0 because they have an easy week, and like their players all like go off the rails, and now they're falling apart again probably.
Hey, no, do not say that. Nah, they're gonna regain themselves.
They had the one good week, and now they're like benching players. I don't think they're like they'll do well eventually. Like
Maybe it's
halfway through
to
summer
take
split.
people like you by surprise.
No man.
Yeah.
I think they'll do well, but I think it'll take till summer split for them to actually do well, or at least playoffs.
By
You're
the way,
breaking
this
my
is a
heart.
Texas split. Texas split.
by the way, Fnatic and TSM, this could possibly be like the first predictions we made that were correct so far.
Really?
Yeah, we've been like calling things, and the exact same thing, the exact opposite thing keeps happening.
We've been wrong because in the beginning we were like Elements is going to lose, TIP is going to lose, and then they just keep on winning.
All right, what else is there?
Vitality, Origin.
Vitality did how you would expect. They beat Elements, lost to UL. Origin got crushed by G2, but beat Giants. We called this. We called this, fam. Yeah. I know, it's nothing that surprising. I would like to say that I successfully predicted this week, and also Dan beat me because of it.
Oh yeah.
Sowed the seeds to my own undoing. Fuck is... Okay, anyways. But yeah, so... Anyways, so G2 scored well. Emperor got 53 points doing... Is this his first good week, points-wise?
No,
Mike
he's been
Patel
carrying
with
it.
Dirty Hobo was going in dry.
Yeah, Emperor's gonna like crush everybody.
Screw you, Max.
UL scored well because they won 2-0. Selfie continues to do well. Is Ryu playing next week?
I
Nobody
think
knows
Ryu
yet.
played one game already.
I think he played one
Don't
game
quote me,
already.
though. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Okay. Going on our League of
I don't
Legends
know.
to find out.
Well, if Selfie keeps on playing, Selfie is a very solid pickup because he's been scoring very well in all the games he's played. Same with Odo Omne.
Ryu did not
Fnatic
play.
is the only... Huh?
Ryu
Yeah.
did not play.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
I'm
Selfie's
pretty
mine.
sure I remembered Selfie scoring well. So yeah.
I gotta ride him for another week.
The only real deviation from the norm is Fnatic going off and like scoring like 40 points, and Noxiac scored like what, 38 or something?
Yeah.
Let me check. Yeah, 38 points. That was like the only deviation from the norm, and we also called that because they had an easy week.
Mm-hmm.
Know who didn't do too well though?
Who?
Max, can you just hand me that picture of Salt for a second?
sOAZ.
Can you, yeah. Fuck sOAZ. Fuck sOAZ. Origin shit the bed because G2 stomped them into the ground. sOAZ got like 8 points in that first game. Bad life.
I was pretty happy when because that was pretty much the most exciting game in the for EU that week, I think.
You
G2
know
versus-
what? Me and Dan, like at the beginning, like before the game started, I was like, oh man, this could be pretty competitive. And then G2 just stomps Origin. I'm like, all right, you win.
Shit on them. It's pretty bad. All right, so then
I thought, yeah. And then Vitality, despite winning 1-1, didn't do too well. Except Kiernan, who got 35. Who just swapped in Kiernan? Was that Randy?
No.
Or was that Mike?
Someone just swapped out
It was Mike.
Harman. Someone just dropped Harman.
someone just dropped Yarnan? I
No,
thought
like,
think so.
Michael
just
picked up
Kiernan,
Michael picked up Yarnan and dropped Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might do well. But I don't know. I like Vitality's been doing okay, but I don't have high hopes for them.
All right, so that's pretty much it for.
LCS season wise.
Is that pretty much it for EU in terms of the week recap?
Pretty
Yeah.
much it.
All right, so let's look forward to the next week then, and we have what do we have for EU next week, the following week, week 5?
No, NA.
Oh yeah, sorry, NA.
Okay. All right. Well,
Ciao.
Max is a baguette now.
All right. So we got Team Liquid facing C9, and just a second.
Against Renegades
Sorry,
as
I'm
well
just
too,
pulling
right?
it. Yeah, no.
Isn't that
Equal Fox,
NRG?
Is it
Equal
Energy or
Fox is
Renegades?
going against Renegades
Renegades
against
should be
Equal Fox.
RNEs.
And then Energy is against CLG. Cloud9 against Liquid, Team Impulse against TSM, and Immortals against Dignitas. And
So-
then again on,
So if
Yep.
you have
and then
so Immortals and Team Liquid are the guys that you want to have starting players from there because
I
they're
don't
easy.
know if C9 keeps on playing high, it might not be an easy game for Team Liquid.
Okay. But then what about CLG? Oh no, sorry. Actually, I think CLG has
CLG.
pretty tough teams. Both of these guys, C9 and CLG, they're playing pretty hard teams.
No,
No, I think
has an
C9 can
easy-
take Liquid.
But I wouldn't play C9 because they're playing Immortal. It's gonna be they're gonna get stumped by Immortal and have a hard time against Team Liquid.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
That's
have
true
an easy
because
time
on
against Liquid.
Sunday, yeah, on Sunday it's gonna be really, really hectic. Equal Fox is playing Energy. Then we got COG against TSM. That'll be interesting. Immortals against Cloud9. That's probably the highlight of the day. And Liquid against Renegades. And then we have Dignitas and Impulse right at the end.
Yeah, no one cares about that game.
I think as long as it has Dignitas in there, like nobody's gonna watch it.
What if Dignitas and Impulse goes to 50 minutes and like 80 kills because they just don't know how to close?
But you still have
And
all
they're
those
like the
death counts.
point leaders for the week.
You know
As long as they
what?
keep
That
trading
might just
quadras,
happen.
then they'll be okay.
That just might happen. But yeah,
Alright.
I'm super excited for COG and TSM actually. Just because like they've been playing against each other for so long and now they have like a completely new roster, so like it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
You know what though?
Yeah.
This week is actually a pretty interesting week because nobody has an easy week at all. Mostly because in NA there's Echo Fox versus Renegades and Dig versus Tip. And in EU there's Rockhat versus Giants and Splice versus Giants. So it's all the bad teams fighting the bad teams. So it's
I'm
all the
telling
good teams
you.
have to face each other.
I'm telling you, LCS writes this shit. It lines up perfectly with our matchups as well too.
Nobody,
this is
nobody has an
scripted.
easy week. scripted.
LCS is scripted, guys. What about players to start? Like, who are some good players to start this week?
You think TSM's gonna do well?
I don't know. Who are they facing again this week?
They're facing Team Impulse and CLG. I think both games will be competitive. I think they'll get some points.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go back and forth. So I think it's gonna be a high point scoring game.
I think you just don't want to be a support in those games.
Yeah, for sure.
Or the jungler. You're gonna end up dying trying to engage fights.
It's hard to call who's gonna score well, because nobody's gonna score well for sure, because nobody has like easy games.
Right.
It's,
Well, in a long game, the ADC usually does well, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So pick ADCs.
Yeah, like Piglet on Team Liquid.
They're gonna have a good week.
Like Piglet
I
has
just hope
been
TSM
solid,
has a good
man.
week, so double up gives me some points.
Freeze.
Freeze has been doing pretty well, but who does he face? He faces Liquid.
And Echo
He
Fox.
faces
It's
Echo
actually not
Fox, but
bad.
he also faces Liquid, so he might do okay.
You get shot out by Piglet, so.
Well, yeah, but at least he has Echo Fox game to look forward to.
That's true.
So he's gonna go 20-5.
Yeah, something like that. Nah, dude, games don't get to 20-5. There's no time in these games for 20 kills. It's you push side lanes and then you group mid and you have one team fight and the game's over and the kill score never goes past like 7. Because the game just ends after that first team fight.
Sorry, I had Chinese New Year duties I had to call. Need to have a quick chat with relatives from Hong Kong. So I'm back now.
Don't lie, you're taking
You
a
know
big
what we need?
shit.
We need a summoner has reconnected.
Yeah, we should get that. I'm gonna get that for our next podcast.
Yeah, because we usually need it like 2-3 times a podcast.
I know, all of you guys.
What?
Why am I never the guy that gets disconnected?
Because you have fancy internet.
I know. Electronic Box, guys, look it up. It's a Quebec-based company. You guys have never even heard of this.
Yeah, I'm calling through a magic jack right now.
Alright, so for NA players to pick up, we already did that. Who should we be avoiding this week?
How well do you think? Do you think Sneaky and Jensen are gonna do as well as they did this week?
I don't think so.
I
I'm
have
gonna get shot out by Immortal.
I have faith in Jensen, just because we know he's a toxic player, and being toxic means that he's gonna be aggressive, and I like aggressive
He's gonna
players.
tilt Immortals and
Where
bring
does
down
this
Wild
logic
Turtle.
come from?
He's Vagod X. You can't.
Don't-
You can't.
Don't doubt my judgment.
Nah. All I'm saying is don't get baited by their last week's performance because they're still gonna get shit on by Immortals.
Yeah,
I
there's
think at
not a
this
lot
point-
of there's not a lot of great mid laners. So if you're in a really deep league, like an 8-man league, then yeah, I think Jensen's worth picking up more than Sneaky.
He's gonna body slam those fools.
Oh.
Then body
Calling
slam.
it now.
You can do
Gragas mid.
He's playing so well on the Orianna though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. I need to get better at Orianna.
I know Rush is famous for like Nidley, but then every time he plays Nidley, I kind of cringe a little inside.
Well, he had a good game last week on Nunu. That was like the most effective I've seen him this split. Was
Yeah.
on Nunu.
Maybe they should just ban Nidley against ban Nidley against themselves, like what we do with Michael.
I honestly never understood why everybody is starting to play Nidalee so much in LCS. It always seems so ineffective.
Yeah. Why isn't Rush playing Lee Sin? It's like a strong early jungler. Why is Lee Sin out of favor right now?
Why isn't he playing Kindred every game? Because it's getting banned every game.
No. No one's banning his Lee Sin, though. He's famous for playing Lee Sin.
I don't know. I'd like to see Rush play some things that aren't in Italy. I would be a bigger fan of C9 if Rush played things that weren't in Italy.
I didn't mind the new game at all. Like, I thought that was really interesting.
It's too late now. I dropped Rush. It's okay.
All right, moving on to EU.
Like thinking about EU. All right. So yes, the same thing as NA. Nobody has a super easy week, but Vitality has an especially hard week because they go against G2 and Origin. H2K is like top of the ladder, but they also have probably the most competitive week they're going to have because they're against G2 and Unicorns of Love, which are like.
I'm still gonna start
teams
H2K over Origin.
I'm gonna start H2K because I have no other good players, but
I'm still gonna start H2K the team over Origin. I don't trust Origin.
I don't see my team doing so hot this week.
They need to bring back
Just because
H2K.
H2K.
Oh yeah.
Bring back. Do you think he's gonna play before playoffs or summer split?
I hope so, cause like last split he was really well. He coordinated the team super well.
Exactly.
So I was a little bit disappointed when he wasn't there for Origin. So I was like,
He's the heart of Origin.
I
You know
know,
what, though?
like.
If even Xpeke says himself that we'll probably see him by summer split, that makes me think he doesn't even plan on playing this split.
I don't mind seeing him in summer split.
Because
You know
if
who I'm gonna
Xpeke
draft?
had any
What are you gonna do with
realistic
Power of Evil, though?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with Power of Evil, though? He's actually really good.
Well,
Put
he
him-
is
put him
good,
to
but
top
I
lane.
don't know, like,
They don't need sOAZ.
honestly, if Xpeke can stay like competitive, they can swap out with each other depending on whatever stats they want to run. Like they could do it the way that SKT does it, if they're both competitive and they get enough practice with both. But like, remember how at the beginning of the split, Xpeke was like, I'm gonna play as many games as I can. He's like, you'll be seeing me every once in a while. And now he's like, oh man, you won't be seeing me till summer.
Yeah.
So
Hey, you know
like,
what?
Yeah.
You know what? They should throw back to Season 1 and put Xpeke back in top lane.
Why
That
not?
solve all the problems.
Why not?
Why not?
I would be a pretty big fan of that.
Poor sOAZ.
No, but then I don't think he can. I don't think Xpeke can bring himself to do that because he's literally benching his like oldest ally in sOAZ.
Exactly.
Yeah, but sOAZ is a shitter, so NBD.
sOAZ must be doing something right.
Fun fact though, did you guys know that XPK, don't quote me on this, but he might be the richest League player out there.
Is he?
He
I
might be,
don't believe you.
I'm not surprised.
I don't
I
believe
mean-
you.
I'm not.
I've heard it from a
Good.
lot of people, and I've been reading up on his how much he makes and all that, and it's crazy.
Is he
Like,
is he richer than the Chinese players though?
Probably not.
he might be because you know where Origin, their headquarter is actually his house, and it's like in the middle of Europe somewhere, and it's apparently massive. So, I mean, the fact
Yeah,
that
but-
he's using Origin's like headquarter as his house, that's pretty nuts.
Here's the thing though, like half the Chinese league teams are owned by the sons of like the top 10 wealthiest people in China. Like they signed
Yeah.
Easy Hoon for $850,000 signing because they don't care about money.
My
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe that Xpeke is the richest league
Well,
player.
I think
yeah,
he'd
maybe-
he'd still probably be like definitely upper echelon. And I think
Yeah.
Xpeke has a better business mind than Hotshot GG.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's not saying much. I believe that Xpeke could very well be like competing for richest in like the West, but I don't think he's richer than some people in China.
Yeah.
Okay, let's like let's disregard the Chinese players then, because they're nuts.
EU anyway.
Because they're just
Yeah.
blatantly
Here I
throwing
am
money.
doing
They're
a
just like,
9 to 5 job. 9 to 5 job makes me a little bit of money.
No, second generation rich kids.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
It's okay. I'm living the American dream. I'm gonna make something with myself, with my own power.
Sure.
There you go. Canada.
Or like, it's still the American dream. So whatever. It'd be
I
nice to
think,
move
I
to New
think you
York,
have to be in
though.
America for the American dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
It's
have to
like
wait
you have
for-
free
Dream is like,
healthcare.
I just want a house and shovel the driveway all day long.
You can't have healthcare if you're America.
Yeah, you have to wait for Trump to make America great again, then you can live the dream.
Touche.
Alright. Anyways, so H2K has a hard week. Ryu is back, maybe? I don't know. We'll
don't
have
know.
to wait for news on that. News
Yeah,
on
Reddit
who's
says
playing.
he's
I
back,
think,
but he's not actually back.
Reddit's desperate.
yeah. Honestly, Selfie's been doing perfectly fine, so it doesn't even matter for H2K. Like, Selfie's been scoring real well. I don't know how they'll do against the top teams, but honestly, I have a good amount of faith.
When you have a guy like Selfie doing as well as he is, do you take him out?
Only if he's not playing anymore. Or do you mean like as the organization? Do you take him
Yeah,
out?
as the organization.
The problem is Selfie is actually an Echo Fox player.
Well, so he's
I
just
know.
a
He's like
I
on
know.
loan. It's not up to them,
sub. Okay, fine.
right? Like, if it was their player, I would like say, man, that would be like a good question, but he's not their player. He's on loan.
True.
So, that for Selfie. He's winning, but he's still on a shit team.
If this was basketball, you would ride Selfie to the ground because it's
Yeah.
his contract year, and then you would sign and trade him to a rebuilding team or something.
That
You
would
cash
break
him
Fox.
big
Trade
money.
him to the Dirty Hobo.
I'm not sure if League works this way though.
Does the Dirty Hobo want to trade? The Dirty
Sure, I'll
Hobo
trade
wants Selfie?
I'll trade you Huhi for Selfie.
Maybe next week.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You can't trade with Dirty Hobo. That's collusion.
Okay.
But yeah, so those are I don't know. Selfie is probably like the most standout player in my eyes just because he's like a sub and doing so well. And besides that, nobody has like an easy week. I think G2 is going to score well because I think they're better than all the other teams and they're better than H2K. And they also always just manage to rack up a lot of points. It's
Yeah.
like they rack up more points and wins than the other top teams rack up in wins. So it should be good to start. But yeah, you know who you shouldn't start though?
Who?
Max,
Origin.
could you show me that picture again? Yeah, you shouldn't start sOAZ because he's gonna get shit on by who is he playing again? Let me check. He's gonna get dumpstered, absolutely dumpstered by Splice.
The Unicorns of Love.
Vitality.
No?
Are you sure he's gonna get dumpstered by Splice?
Nah, honestly, I've just lost all faith in sOAZ. It's probably not too difficult a week for Origin, but they still go against Vitality, and I'm not sure they'll win that one.
No, I think so.
HDK.
I think you're just
We're gonna
salty
start
from
aiming
sOAZ.
HDK over Origin.
I am salty from sOAZ, but also Origin has not been looking as good, as fast as I thought they would.
Okay.
Also, we
Man,
mentioned.
how the grade has fallen.
Yeah, we also mentioned Noxiac. So yeah, if you have him, time to drop him. You don't want him in your
Time
lineup
to drop
at
him.
all.
Pick up the guy that's replacing him. He has like a really weird summoner name,
I can't
but
spell
he's
it.
like Danish or something also.
Is he available? I might be desperate enough.
You should check.
Yeah, and
I imagine if he's not available right now, he'll become available soon because the news came out today. So who knows?
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's Meat Keeks or something.
Yeah, you should pick him up and then tell us how he does next week.
Maybe.
he could be a game changer for that team.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or he can suck it up. I feel like more of the latter.
Hey, you know what? If they don't get completely crushed by Unicorns of Love, they might score pretty decently because they face Elements.
It's true.
You should do it. Should do it and report back how it went.
No, I'm gonna take
the
a
one
free win
available right now is
against Echo Fox
not the new support
on
for
Concord.
Fnatic.
Hmm?
The new support for Fnatic is actually his name starts with an S, I think.
Oh, somebody else?
It's somebody else. He's not in yet.
Okay.
It's Klaj Badge. It's
Yeah, that guy.
Flashback.
that guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I said he had a weird name. He's
Yeah.
like Danish too. I think that's what the article said.
Based
But
on
yeah.
name alone, don't pick him up. That's my prediction.
Yeah. And then who else? Anyone still having visa issues that haven't been straight up booted from the team yet? I think that's all been settled more or less, right? Except
Well, Froggen's still not
Yeah.
playing, is he?
Froggen?
I don't know what the
Isn't he
deal with
playing in
Froggen is.
NA?
Yeah. I mean,
He
Froggen
has
is
visa
different
issues
anyways. Yeah,
Oh.
Froggen's different anyways because he doesn't have the visa issues that all the like Russian players have in Germany.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
that is like
Those
You
guys
can't
already
work
know
around
that they're
that.
not playing. Like, I think some of those
Yeah.
guys have already joined like other teams to play
Yeah,
for the rest
like,
of the year and stuff.
Diamond Prox joined like a CIS challenger team or whatever, and stuff like that. So the only person we're really waiting on in those regards is Ryu still. So if he is playing next week, then we'll see.
Hope Ryu doesn't play. Ever.
So that's pretty much
Honestly,
it
I had Ryu for a little bit. He was very underwhelming.
Selfie's been scoring better than Ryu.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we said, Ryu is he got baptized by Faker, so. But yeah, that's pretty
His
much a
career
wrap.
is just going downhill from the moment everyone heard of him.
Hey, I knew about Ryu when he was good.
Like, I don't know. When you're famous for getting shit on by Faker, like if that's in your top 10 highlight reel, you getting shit on, that's not a good.
That's like the one
not
thing
a
he's
good
known
thing.
for.
Exactly. You never want to have a top
and
10
the other thing is
highlight
his
reel
face.
where one of the plays is where you get shit on. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this week then. I guess before we sign off, one round of shoutouts if anybody wants to do anything like that. Mike. I mean, Max.
You got the Ryu face?
Yeah. Oh, we all have Ryu faces. Let's be real. I have no shoutouts.
Jisha, is there a shout out you want to give?
I hope my team doesn't shit the bed again. They gave me a sweet taste of 64 points this week, even though I lost. Now I know
Your
what
team
the
did
sweet
really
taste
well.
of.
Yeah,
I
you
know
had the
what the
second
taste
highest
of
score.
points.
No, did you? No, I
No.
did.
No,
Did he?
Randy did.
Oh,
I
shit.
lost some points to Randy.
Well, just be happy that you lost to the best team in the league.
You know what? I got the highest single scoring player though for this week.
That's
so
true. That's true.
I got that taste. I got that taste of hope, and now I feel like I'm just gonna be crushed.
Well, Doublelift was the best fantasy player that we had last year, so hopefully
well,
he
I still don't
comes
see
back to
it.
form. So
He's had one good game.
he had a quadra.
He had a quadra. Wild Turtles had a quadra too, and he's been winning his games.
All right.
Yeah, that's my shout out. Shout out to not shitting the bed, please, my team.
Who else? Shout out time.
Randy. Randy.
Come on,
Alright, do
guys.
you want me to do it?
For... Oh, I'll do it. Well,
Somebody
I
gotta
want
do
to. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Fnatic for carrying myself and Randy and a lot of fans across the galaxy and serving Max some.
I actually
Look at his
started
face.
Febivin this week. So last week I started Febivin, so I was pretty happy with him. So there's sugar in the salt.
Okay.
Oh, jokes. All right, so I guess for me, shout out to Olaf. Hope he gets it better. And also, although we did say this, I think it was Wednesday night. Since we're recording this on the day of, anyways, Happy Lunar New Year again. Kung hei fa choi, sunny fa lok, whatever you want to say it as.
Oh damn, that
One more
Cantonese
Mừng năm
though.
mới.
Yeah, represent the Asians.
Shoutouts to Noxiac finding a new job.
Oh, brutal.
Aw.
Best,
Poor
best
guy.
wishes to Noxiac. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shout
Man.
out to Michael doing whatever he's doing right now.
Piece of shit. Hope you crush him, Dan. Crush him harder than you crushed me.
Michael, for this year, I'm gonna send a piece of shit in a red pocket, and I'm gonna put it on your bed.
Under the pillow.
Happy New Year.
Baptize him, son. Baptize him.
But yeah, alright, well, thanks for watching us this week again. As usual, if you like what we did, leave a comment below, hit the like button, like for having our new member on this side, somewhere here, and then that's pretty much it. Share it with your friends, subscribe, like, all that stuff, comment, help us get better
He's
internet.
gonna bandwagon.
Help us get better internet.
She gets it. She gets it.
Help us with the
Gotta do
internet
it.
issues and send us some cough drops, guys. Peace.
We're gonna start that Patreon.